and then lots of work to be done. No place to hang out or washing, and then I can't blame all on the sun. Oh no, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher.
Booyah, and it's time for the Game Sports Show. It's your host, David McCaig, and I'm here live at Sportscenter Bar and Grill. It is June the 12th, 2019, and boy, does it feel good to be back. And I got my two main co-hosts here from Sportscenter Bar and Grill, Matt Premo and Jamie Antonello. I'm going to get to the boys in just a few moments. I just want to get through the usual introduction portion. You're listening to the show on thegamesportshow.com, thegamesportshow.podbean.com, or through Scott Neeson YouTube channel, or through any of other online pages through technically maybe Sue Online, which I'll get to in just a few moments, Eagle 95.1, or share it through our SportsCenter page as well that we're connected with. Either way, we're very happy that you're able to join us here tonight for our edition of the Game Sports Show. As always, action-packed edition of the Game Sports Show. And I want to say thank you to all the listeners. I want to say a special thank you to Jamie Antonello and Justin Heichel, especially for taking over hosting duties the past month and 2 weeks in my, let's say, hiatus, in my absence. I had to go deal with personal issues. Vacation, we'll keep it that way. And I want to say thank you to all the listeners and to family, friends that reached out as well. Everyone's support has been great, but it's definitely great to be back into the realm and back with you guys. I missed you guys. You guys did a great job in my absence. I almost didn't think I'd have a job, Jamie.
I was not doing this long term.
Without further ado, though, I'll introduce you guys before we go through the agenda and whatnot. Again, I want to say thank you for tuning in tonight on the Game Sports Show. Dave McCaig here. Glad to be back. Jamie, good to see you, my friend. How are you?
I'm good, man. Hands-free. We finally got our headsets. This is way too professional for us, is what Premo said.
Yeah.
But, no, it's exciting. I mean, we can actually talk back and forth a little bit more now. Yeah. Hopefully for the listeners, it's going to sound better, a little bit more professional.
Definitely give us some feedback, because this is the first time we're using our advanced equipment, we call it. We had our beginner equipment, intermediate equipment, now we got our advanced equipment now.
Did we have intermediate equipment?
Was beginner, a.k.a. cell phone?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Now that beautiful voice is here on the other side, Matt Premo. Preems, how you doing, my friend?
Good. Glad to be back. We got a lot of Sabrecat stuff to talk about. It's been a couple weeks, so glad to be back talking local football. And we look good here. You guys can't see us, but we look good with our headsets. Very professional.
Bad radio.
But you know what? You people will be able to see us, though.
Good segue.
And I'm going to get to that in just a second. That was good, but that'll be segue into our first talk we're talking about here in the first part of the show. Just going to get to the agenda portion here on this first part. Myself, Jamie, and Matt, we're going to go back and forth with some random discussions that I brought up to bring to the table. Some local kind of news, not some of it sports related, some of it not. Just have basic discussion to get the show started. But then when we go to break, we're going to come back from break, and Jamie and Matt have two guests from the Sabrecats football program that they're going to be discussing with. And then they're going to take a break. And then that's when I come back into the show for part 3, where we are going to talk everything NBA Finals and those Toronto Raptors going into Game 6 at Oracle in Oakland. And let me tell you, they had it at that final part in Game 5, but Raptors still 3-2 going back to Oracle. So we have lots to get to for sure. So we're going to dive right into the discussion, fellas, that I brought into. And you segued it perfectly, Preem, so I'll go with that first. The announcement that we did make yesterday from the Wicked Sister, and you can listen to our previous editions of the Game Sports Show on the Podbean page, YouTube, or any of the social media pages. Follow us on Instagram at the Game Sports Show, or on Facebook at the Game Sports Show. You're going to hear a great new commercial courtesy of my girlfriend Hannah Marsh, who did the commercial there. You're going to hear that. And Premo, good Slurpee on the Caesar there. That's awesome. I like that. I love that. But you can listen to previous editions. And as we mentioned from the Eagle 95.1 and Wicked Sister edition for this past week, we announced, myself and Scott Neeson, that the Game Sports Show is transitioning from radio to television. Yes, you heard that correctly. We are still going to be on radio, just so you know. You can't get rid of my voice off the airwaves somehow. I'm still stuck on there, and all the boys here on the panel. And also girl, Katie Wolin in Sioux, Michigan. Can't forget that she's on our panel as well from the Sioux, Michigan side. But we're going to be on Sioux Online on ONN TV. And that's going to be on Tuesday starting June 18th, so that is next week. We're going to be on TV for a half hour throughout the summer. We might have some bonus 1 hour editions, but then in September we will be going on for 1 full hour. And what we're going to have on that show is local sports discussion, professional sports discussion. It's going to be a variety of sports, not just sticking local. It's going to be a lot of things we're going to be able to touch for the Twin Stews' only local regional national sports shows. Now, not just on radio anymore, it is now on television. So, fellas, we've made that announcement official. we've had to do some alterations, and we've done that. We've added Brendan Brooks to our staff, who is a former professional hockey player, and also Craig Hartsburg officially will be a part of our staff as well on a casual basis. He's going to be in the Dustin Grondin level of casual, but hopefully not as bad as Dustin Grondin in that. But we have a growing staff, and it's going great, and I'm excited, boys. Any comments with going on Sioux Online? I'm sure you guys, I know I basically flooded your Facebook Messenger, so I'd like to hear your take on the opportunity for the Game Sports Show there for that, Jamie.
Yeah, my phone battery went down a bit today, just the amount of messages you sent. But no, a couple big adds to the staff. I think it's awesome, expanding the brand, expanding the show.
Yeah.
We talk about it all the time. We just love being able to talk sports. We're glad that people enjoy listening to us.
Yes.
Because we do this anyways.
Sometimes we wonder why, eh? Sometimes we predict.
Occasionally.
Preems?
Yeah, no, it's exciting on a local aspect. Any exposure these young athletes can get, it's amazing from given that platform. So, and like I said, we just love talking sports, and whether it's local or professional sports. And we do this, like you said, a couple times a week around the table here. Now people are actually listening, so it's pretty cool.
We will have our Monday, Wednesday, Thursday show, as I mentioned. Monday from across the river, and the 2 shows here in Sault, Ontario. Wednesday at Sportscenter, and Thursdays from Northern Superior. Please note, from Northern Superior, they're going to be transitioning to Sundays now outside at Pier 55. We'll keep you updated on that this week. We will be on Thursday, and I'll get into that more next week. But definitely, we have a lot more announcements coming with the Game Sports Show come September, especially with the media brand expansion and a lot of work with the school boards and also the university and college. Very excited to bring all that news forward, and an expanded brand name that only certain people know and other people will know as I go to break here with my co-hosts, because maybe they all don't know. But we're very excited to bring all this to an exposure into Ontario and also the young athletes, and also to discuss sports, as Jamie mentioned. It's definitely what we love to do. Now, one other thing I want to jump into is the Hero Dog around the table. Now, I'm not sure if you guys heard about this. I have the direct quote and direct statement from Sioux Online. A 14-year-old rescue dog laid her life on the line to rescue and save her owner from a charging black bear. Oof. Okay, her name is Shelby. Okay, and the bear was charging at the owner. To give the listeners the Cole's notes, that's probably trademarked, but I just said it. But to give them those notes, the bear was charging the owner and the dog as they were taking a walk in the bush, and Shelby actually went in the way and went and fought the bear. And they went to a rolling match into the bush, and the owner, who was a female, getting the correct name here, Louise Robillard. I apologize about my French. I know a lot of people that would probably be upset with me with that. She adopted Shelly with her husband, Andy, and they have a 14-hectare property in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario here, and the dog protected Louise there, and Louise went back to the house and called her husband. The neighbor also called the husband too, because he noticed the kerfuffle going around, and while they were going back to the place, they saw Shelby coming back and limping her way in. She battled her way, and as you can see pictures online, she had a huge scars on her back, a battle wounds, and she protected her owner from the dog. I shedded tears along with some of my co-workers.
Shelby okay?
Shelby is okay. Shelby is still alive. And 14 years old after that battle with the bear. That is a pure definition of why humans, we don't deserve dogs. I've said that a million times. Northern Courage need a sponsor here on this show. Definitely crazy. Happy to work with them. That is the story, and I can see Jamie hasn't heard about it. Matt has. And that's just the Coles Note version. You can go to Sioux Online. I'll even give Sioux Today and any of the kind of those other media outlets as well in Sioux, Ontario. Just online on Google, you can find this story. It is absolutely touching, amazing, definitely a tearjerker for sure.
Yeah, this actually just happened up the road from where I used to live. So this was spring 2018. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I remember coming home from work and hearing about the story, and the dog interrupting the attack and being able to prevent the owner from serious injury. So definitely a cool story. And yeah, it was just up the road from where I was living at the time.
That's crazy.
We see black bears quite a bit out there when you live in the rural areas. And yeah, there was actually a couple instances in the spring of 2018. Crazy. Definitely deserving of the award.
Yeah, she got the Medal of Honor. Sorry, that's correct. Yeah. I omitted that by accident.
Yeah,
that was my whole point of saying that, but I got tied on the story.
I was reading the news today. I saw that they were honored with an award along with another dog from Southern Ontario, I believe the Niagara region or something like that.
Yes. Yeah.
And so that's cool. that's definition of a hero right there.
I know it's not sports news, but it's definitely something to give to because we're a big, proud dog, all of us dog owners dog people, especially your mother, Matt, who's avid with the show and definitely following with pets.
Number one Sabrecats fan.
Definitely.
Number one Sabrecats fan, number one Game Sports Show fan.
Yes.
She's going to love the shout out.
She's definitely number one.
I'm getting a phone call tomorrow.
What's up, Deb? What's up?
But here's the thing, too. I know today we had an incident in Sault Ste, Ontario, downtown with a bear getting shot. Now, I know that's not newsworthy, but you can check out online articles about that. People don't crowd around bears. They're in a different wildlife. The bear was probably scared. The police officer feels so bad for the police officer that had to do what he had to do today. But overall, that's kind of what I want to get to with Shelby, the hero dog. I shedded tears at work hearing that story, and it was definitely great for sure. Now, moving on from that, I want to bring up something sports-related. Justin Bieber calls out Tom Cruise, okay? Bieber says that he wants to take Tom Cruise in the octagon, and he's telling Dana White to get it done. Now, I'm going to give someone a little bit of background here.
How old is the Biebs? Like 25?
He's got to be like your age.
I think he's younger than me.
You know what? I'm going to give the quick Google on that here.
Because Tom Cruise is like 50.
The quick Google,
oh, he's over 50.
He's 25 years old.
Okay.
And I believe Tom Cruise, and we'll do a quick Google on that as well. But
okay, so you're talking double the age. Also, I mean, is anybody not going to take Tom Cruise in that fight, though?
Like, here's the thing, and this is what I was going to get to. Tom Cruise is 56.
56.
So, 56 years old. Now, I don't know
31 years older than him.
I don't know what the Biebs is thinking is going on through his head here, but Tom Cruise has experienced wrestling in high school, the college level. He's won medals, awards for doing that. He's Mission Impossible.
Well, and he's also known for doing all his own stunts. Like,
yes,
crazily known for doing all his own stunts.
And I love Danny DeVito went on Twitter and called out Bieber and said, "Fight me, you coward.
Stay in your lane."
Like Danny DeVito said, "Fight me, you coward." Now Danny DeVito's calling out Justin Bieber. Now, is this obviously it's a publicity
I'll watch it if Joe
pay,
Rogan calls it.
I'd pay to see Danny DeVito fight Bieber.
Oh man,
I don't know if you guys watch Always Sunny, but he's classic,
hilarious.
So you're definitely taking Tom Cruise out though.
Oh, absolutely. Right? I think actually today there was news that Bieber actually rescinded and saying Tom Cruise would kick his ass. So
there we go.
I saw that today online. I don't know if that's true or not, but he admitted that Tom Cruise might kick his ass. But I think his only hope would be that like some kind of injury to Tom Cruise because he's old.
Exactly. Tom Cruise would literally kick his ass.
He keeps himself in pretty good shape, Tom Cruise. Probably better than Bieber. I mean, you've seen the pictures of Bieber lately.
I don't know.
He hasn't seen the gym.
No, he hasn't.
Maybe ever.
No,
in a while anyway.
And he's not making Canadians look good in that call out. Jeez, and we're going to talk about Canadian fans when it comes to basketball later. I got a lot of deflecting to do with that. But going to go to the next point here. David Ortiz, we're going to talk about this more on the Thursday edition tomorrow from
Stable
Northern
back
Superior.
in Boston.
He is stable back in Boston. He was supposed to do a speech today. Now, I believed I missed it. While we're here at Sportscenter right now, in the second period, 3 minutes left in the period. St. Louis is still up 2-0. So we're going to have our full reaction from Northern Superior Brewing Company tomorrow with myself, Justin, and the crew. But saying it right now, David Ortiz, he was supposed to do a speech from the game. He did get shot in his home in Dominican Republic, and the hit on him, the hit on his head was $8,000. I don't know if you guys read that. The total hit on the head to kill David Ortiz, they're getting paid $8,000 US to do it. Now, I don't know what David Ortiz, like who knows what goes on in anyone's personal life, but that guy, an individual, is great in the communities of Boston. He's great into charities. He seems like a great man. He doesn't seem like he would harm anybody. He doesn't seem like an asshole, to be honest. He doesn't seem conceited. You know, he's won World Series with the Red Sox. Big Papi. He's one of my favorite ball players of all time. I love the way he is. And that's great to know that he's alive and that he's going to be, he's going to be okay. But this is absolutely unbelievable that this happened.
Yeah, I was reading the story today. Apparently it was kind of a sophisticated thing. There was more than just a couple people involved. 5 or 6 people involved in it. And he would frequently go back to Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, and visit the area. He had family there, and he'd go out in public without security. I mean, Dominican Republic has one of the highest crime rates in the world, so it's not a very safe place, but he would go back, and he would kind of relied not on security, but the people and his fans that would protect him because no one would harm him. Yeah. Such a big personality. He would go out and go out in the community and be visible in the community, try and to bring other figures out in the community. Yep. And he was successful at doing that, never really had anything happen. But then this time, it makes you wonder why some of these guys go back. I know they're home, but I mean, how many times in the Dominican Republic have people got kidnapped for ransom, for money, shot? I mean,
it makes you really thankful that we live where we live.
And I don't know if you could name another more loved baseball player ever in the history of baseball, and not just by Boston, but I don't know.
You saw his last year, his whole closing tour, everywhere he went, got something. I mean,
everyone.
It doesn't happen for everybody. Like Dwayne Wade, same thing that happened in the NBA. Very similar retirement tour, you could say.
And I mean, he's
well liked in the baseball.
He's got to be an icon in Dominican Republic.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
And you wonder what is in it for these guys. I mean,
8,000 American.
Like, am I crazy in saying that like $8,000 like seems low for like a hit to put out on a guy? Like that's
you're not
desperate.
Crazy.
Like,
no, I don't know why.
Maybe I watched too many movies, but
I'm not sure if the currency is different in the Dominican. Crazy. I'm not sure if they get more but that's not even the point. It's just kind of, this was shocking to see and learn. You just hope he's okay, and I'm glad he was. And I like, being a Leaf fan, I'm obviously not going for the Boston Bruins, but as a sports expert, I say that I don't want to penalize against a different team. But if you have that speech by David Ortiz, I don't know what else can motivate you more, right? And that is absolutely amazing. I'm just glad that he's doing okay. And the family, his mother's thankful for everything that Boston and the community is doing.
Yeah, Boston, what the Red Sox did, stepping up, flying back.
Amazing.
You'd expect that, but they definitely stepped up to the plate. He's an icon in the Boston area, and no longer a player, but they know what a big part of the organization he was. And
ended the curse.
And he's still around all the time.
Yeah, he's still in the Boston community all the time. Yeah. Sad story. It's a crazy world we live in, and why someone would want to do that. But glad he's okay, like you said.
Definitely. Dave McCaig alongside Jamie Antonello, Matt Premo, Sportscenter Bar and Grill. Dave McCaig's return show after a hiatus. So we got a lot to.
Wow, third person already.
Third person. I like that. I had to throw that out.
You have talked a lot in this first segment.
I have a lot. But we had a lot of good topics.
Just get it out.
I had to get it out. I've had about a month and 2 weeks of talking. I feel bad for my family, friends, girlfriend, everybody who's had to hear me vent the last month and 2 weeks, especially yourself through text. You've been getting those story about texts about the
sending me novels. I feel like I just broke up with you.
Yeah, you know what? I felt we did break up because it felt like that. But I got to remind listeners, I know I didn't really jump into it as much. We're going to talk about it more by the end of the show. But Sioux Online is going to be on Tuesdays, half hour, 6 p.m. will be the airtime. Hour when it comes to September. Some bonus editions throughout the summer if necessary. I know that we didn't get into the time when I brought that up, so we brought that up. There are a lot of good points up in this first part of the show. Fellas, we're going to take our first break. Jamie, Matt, when we come back, you got two guests you're going to introduce from the Sabrecats program. And I'm going to take a little bit of a break here. Even though I don't really need one. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to enjoy a nice Molson product here from Sportscenter. I'm going to watch the third period of the hockey game. St. Louis still up 2-0 at this current point. We'll keep listeners updated on that as well. And like I said, Jamie and Matt are going to be interviewing some Sabrecats guests in the second part. Then in the third part, you got yours truly back with Jamie and Matt. And we're going to be talking everything NBA and Raptors before we conclude tonight's show. So going to make sure that you don't go anywhere. Don't touch that dial. Don't touch that volume. Leave that feedback down below. And you're listening to The Game. The Game Sports Show wants to thank its original home, partner, and sponsor since 2015, Sportscenter Bar and Grill, named the Sioux's best sports bar for 3 years in a row. Sportscenter Bar and Grill is located on 624 Wellington Street West in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Make sure to come on down to Sportscenter to enjoy the great atmosphere with great cold beverages available, including those delicious Molson products. Don't forget about their famous 75-cent wing nights on Wednesdays. They're truly the best wings in town. Like and follow SportsCenter on Facebook at SportsCenter SSM. We look forward to seeing you today. SportsCenter Bar and Grill, the Sioux's best sports bar.
The Game Sports Show would like to thank an additional sponsor and special edition home to the game, Silver Creek Golf Course, located on 104 Bellow Lake Road, Garden River, Ontario. And also shout out thank you to Silver Creek GM Jamie Henderson. Silver Creek Golf Course has many specials to offer for 18 holes, 9 holes, and even Twilight Deal specials. It does not matter what your level of golf game is, it is a must to enjoy the scenic course, memorable experiences that Silver Golf Course offers. Silver Creek also offers a Thursday wing night for you to enjoy food after a stellar time on the course. You can book your tee time by phone or online at golfsilvercreek.com. Silver Creek Golf Course, where all are welcome to play.
You are listening to The Game Sports Show, the Twin Sault's only local, regional, and national sports show. The Game Sports Show as heard live on Mondays 6 p.m. till 7 p.m. on Eagle 95.1 and podcast at 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. on location at the Wicked Sister in Sioux, Michigan. The show can be followed in the podcasted hour on thegamesportshow.com and thegamesportshow.podbean.com with hosts Scott Nason and David McCaig, along with co-hosts Butch Davis and EJ Russell. The Game Sports Show is also heard, followed, and viewed on Tuesdays on Sioux Online in Sioux, Ontario on ONN TV at 6 p.m. till 6:30 p.m. in the summer months, June until August, with September until May being 1 hour from 6 p.m. until 7 p.m. with host David McCaig, along with Scott Nason and other members of the Game Sports Show staff, including casual appearances from Craig Hartsburg and Brendan Brooks. The Game Sports Show also heard third Wednesdays from longtime partner and location Sportscenter Bar and Grill in Sault, Ontario, 9 p.m. until 10 p.m. with host David McCaig and co-hosts Jamie Antonello, Matt Premo, Justin Heichel, and casually Dustin Grondin. The Game Sports Show completes the week of broadcasting with live on location podcast Thursdays from Northern Superior Brewing Company in Sault, Ontario on a weekly rotation from 6 p.m. until 7 p.m. or 7:30 p.m. until 8:30 p.m. from inside the tap room or the brew house from September until June, with June until August 31st outside at Pier 55 on Sundays besides Thursdays. Weather permitting, of course. If weather faults, it is moved back inside the tap room on that respective Sunday in the summer months, with host David McCaig, co-hosts Justin Heichel and Dane Hantrow, and casually with Craig Hartsburg and Brendan Brooks. With any concerns of the show's schedule, do not hesitate to reach out to any of the staff members here on the Game Sports Show. And of course, as always, thanks for listening. Now back to the show.
You can follow the Game Sports Show on Facebook and Instagram at the Game Sports Show.
Welcome back to the Game Sports Show. It's David McCaig here live at Sportscenter Bar and Grill. Getting ready for part 2 of tonight's segment. And to get part 2 underway and started, I can give a reminder to a little bit of listeners that Jamie did such a great job in my absence that he is going to host the local football portion and kick off in the pocket for the show for Wednesdays going forward. Listeners loved his criteria, loved his enthusiasm, and I loved just hearing him. And Jamie, as I just said, you're going to be hosting part 2 here of tonight's show. I want you to introduce our Sabrecats guests. Yourself and Matt Premo will be doing the segment here. Take it away, my friend.
Thanks, Dave. Yeah, I mean, happy to have a couple of our coaches on. I mean, we haven't had very many of our brain trust of coaches on here yet. So Christian Mahler, our defensive coordinator, been our DC for going on 3rd year, correct? 2nd year, sorry. Christian, happy to have you on. I mean, we'll talk more about the season in a minute here, but appreciate you coming on the show.
Good to be here, boys.
Right on. And Brandon Corella, again, 2nd year on the varsity staff, linebacker coach, special teams coordinator.
Special teams, baby.
Special teams. But happy to have you on, Brandon.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Right on. Kicking it over just before we kind of get talking with you guys. Matt, we just got to make sure we're promoting the special event that's happening this weekend. So I'm going to pass it off to you. You got more info on it, organized by Paul Orzetti, but take it away, Coach.
Yeah, obviously we have our home game this weekend versus Chatham, but there's also a lot going on in terms of football for Sault Ste. Marie. A great weekend that's going to be kicked off with a coaching clinic following our varsity Sabrecat game at Superior Heights. This is going to be free to all local coaches, so if you're listening, you're a local football coach, this will be free. The Sault Minor Football and Sault Sabrecats, as well as the local high schools, have picked up the tab on this one, and they're offering it to all coaches in the area. So if you're in town Saturday evening, we have 7 youth sports coaches from all across the country in Sault Ste. Marie. They're going to be taking in the varsity Sabrecat game, and then they're going to be kicking off the coaching clinic right after. These are some of the best coaches in the country. I know we got the head coach from Waterloo, Chris Bertoya. Coach these 2 guys here that are sitting across the table from me right now, as long as 6 other coaches. So, I mean, these are the best football minds in Canada, some of the best programs in Canada. There's a lot to learn. Our coaching staff's going to be attending once our game is over. And we're really excited for this opportunity. Not too often we have 7 youth sports coaches in Sault Ste. Marie to take in a game and provide a clinic. This is actually the first time ever. So we got to take advantage of this opportunity, get all the coaches out. And then Sunday, we're also going to be hosting a combine for local players. All the coaches that are attending on Saturday will be attending again on Sunday morning. And we'll be running a combine. It's going to be hosted by Paul Orzetti and Sioux College. And they're going to be going through the various combine events as well as some on-field drills, followed by a recruiting session for all the coaches. So definitely this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity if you're a local football player from grades 10 to returning grade 12 and you're interested in playing at the next level. Definitely I would suggest getting in contact with Sault Sabrecats, myself or Jamie or your local high school coach, getting registered for this event and showing up Sunday morning and putting on a show. We're excited. We hope this is the first of many annual events here in Sault. I mean, we have a lot of good football players here in Sault Ste. Marie. Sometimes we don't get the exposure because of where we're located. However, now I think the coaches are starting to realize this is an untapped resource in terms of football, and they want to come up here and see our players play. So it's awesome. I'm super excited to have these guys up and to learn from them a bit as well, and to get to know a little bit more about their programs and hopefully learn some new things. So definitely exciting weekend here in the Sioux. I recommend all players get out to the Combine Sunday. It's also free for the players. Again, Sioux Sabrecats, Sioux Minor Football, and Sioux local high schools have picked up the slack here in terms of the money. So it's free to all local players to attend the Combine and showcase your skills.
Yeah, and you'll never get a Combine where it's free for the coaches, free for the players. It'll never happen. So this is a great opportunity. Our local players and coaches need to really take advantage. But while we're on that topic, I mean, being able to be a recruiting tool for our players, you guys remember, what was your recruiting experience like, Christian?
I mean, something like this, it's the kids obviously don't understand the opportunity that's in front of them because, it just seems like it's another thing, we got our game and we got to go do this Combine the next day. But it's, how often do you see just one university coach at a game in the Sioux? I mean, they got the best coaches in the country.
Nonetheless, the best coaches in the country.
Best.
We're talking about Chris Bertoya here, soon-to-be 5-time Vanier Cup champion.
They're all coming to watch you guys. They're here to see you. And, it's good that the schools and everyone's picking up the tab because, I mean, if this is going to continue, we've got to have numbers out there so that these coaches actually want to come back.
Yeah, exactly.
So, it's obviously tough to build an event like that right away the first year, but so it's good that we're getting these guys out there. Hopefully, we're going to do what we can to get our guys out there for sure.
Yeah, and the players shouldn't be thinking about it like a necessity that they need to go. Like, this is something that you have the opportunity to go to. It's not a hindrance. These are the best coaches in the country coming to see you. Why wouldn't you want to go and put your product out on the field? We have good talent here in the Sioux. But just to go back to your question, like how we got recruited, very minimal compared to what it is like now. We were lucky to have a few coaches come to our games. And the only games they came to were the ones we were out of town, on the road. That's why we played OVFL. And now they're taking time out of their busy schedule to come to the Sioux to watch us. It's disrespectful not to show up. Like, you should be excited to go there, show what you have, and get recruited by some of the best teams in the country.
Yeah, it's come a long way from what it used to be when we played. Like, we all played
2009 to 2011 in that time period.
So that era.
Yeah, we can throw Premo in that mix, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
We want to talk about when I got recruited. My highlight tape was on a VHS.
Oh, we've seen it.
Yeah, that was the DVD version though. The original one was on VHS. Now you guys got kids get their highlight tapes on YouTube and on social
they're not even
media.
making their own. We're making
Huddle does it for you.
Yeah. We used to have to make our own highlights.
This is true. No, it is definitely an exciting opportunity. We have coaches coming talking to you, and they're expressing their interest. I know, just back to when your experience, like how excited were you as a player when these coaches would come talk to you after games or reach out and call you
and
to
when
talk to
you
you?
were the guy that they're like, hey, 22, they want to talk to you. Like, are you serious? I mean, you knew for a fact that they weren't there to see you.
Yeah.
And you made an impression, right? And now these guys are here to see you. So you should be going out of your way to,
impress them.
What's the word? Advertise yourself,
Mm-hmm.
But, it's all going to be, the Combine is what it is. But obviously what we do on the field on Saturday is going to be big.
Yeah, that matters more.
There's certainly a lot of guys on this roster that, can definitely play at the next level. And we're just hoping they show out on Saturday, do their thing.
Yeah, and I mean, those coaches are going to have a good view. They're going to be in the press box up there at Superior Heights, be able to see. They'll have rosters in front of them, be able to tell who our guys are. And bottom line, our players, I mean, the guys that want to go next level and have talked to us, I mean, we've talked to these coaches. We're their best recruiting tool. I know, not knocking our like when we played, our coaching staff, but it was just a little bit different. I mean,
it is a different time. We've all been there at this point, and we have connections at that level.
Yeah, exactly.
So, they want to know what we got up here. And, they're obviously convinced enough with the guys we've been sending out that they want to, there's probably more, which there is, 100%. Oh, there is.
Yeah, and Christian, while we're kind of on that topic, transitioning, defensive staff, I mean, everybody on the staff has played CIS ball at one point or another. Yeah. But your second year as DC now, your staff, do you want to talk about those guys a little bit?
Well, they're all right. I'm obviously the best.
We're obviously the best.
I mean, that's the thing. You got to have a diverse group of guys because I played defensive back. I mean, if I was just by myself trying to coach up a front seven, I mean, good luck with that, right? Like, I know minimal.
Yeah,
I played in the box once in a while. You got to have somebody, and you always got to have a second opinion. Like with my man Corella here and our guy Ray Duplin, who's been on the show.
Stadnik, too. We got Stadnik now.
Stadnik, it's like sometimes you're in a game, you're like, okay, they're doing this. What do you think? Oh, okay, it's second down. Do we want to blitz? Do we want to sit back? What do we want to do? It's always good to have a second guy to check with. And, you know, the defense we've built, it's something we've all built together, and we're really liking what's going on right now.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been with these guys for a few years, and it's starting to come together.
No, yeah, I mean, just to reiterate, we're super lucky to have the defensive staff we have with the amount of guys we have helping on the defensive side of the ball. Every one of our players, I mean, we go from our D-line, Mitchell Stadnik won a Vanier Cup. We got you guys were invited to, like, CFL Combines, East-West Bowl, Ray Duplin, one of the smarter football minds to come out of this city. His instincts are great.
Sabrecats.
And we got Ian Hutchinson as well, helping out. A guy won a Yates Cup, played 5 years at University of Guelph. Yeah. So we're very lucky to have the football knowledge and IQ on the defense side of the ball, and I think that kind of shows. Our defense has been the leader of our team the last couple of years, and our players are lucky to have the coaching that they do. Offensively, me and Jamie try and get the job done as best we can, and we do have help. We do have help. It's sporadic, but we do have help. And but no, it's a testament to what you guys have done on the defense and why our defense is one of the best in the league for the last 2 years in a row.
But you know what, man?
It
honestly feels like sometimes like we could call anything, and like we've got guys that
will make plays.
It feels like I could be out there and I'll be like, I could call anything in the playbook right now.
You have confidence.
Doesn't matter.
But the difference is, like, when we played, I think he had a DB coach, but linebacker coach, we didn't have a specific linebacker coach or a D-line coach. Whereas now we have, like you said, legit university players who have been coached by good players, therefore the knowledge is there. So when we get to indie drills, like, we come in with a plan, know what we're going to teach them, and they actually learn. Yeah. Like, if you're a good player, you'll be a good player regardless, just from your athletic gifts. But if you have a good coach, now your game gets taken to the next level. You can now become a legitimate dominant force.
It's night and day. I mean, when we
and our players take coaching well, and our best players take coaching well. That's the other big difference. When your best players take coaching well, the rest of the team follows. Like Musso, our team captain, D-line, the D-line follows him. Jurich, our linebackers follow him. Fowler, DBs, they follow him. And that's where our defense is solid. And having good players helps, obviously.
And, I mean, we can say for 100% that, I mean, when you go to university, there's obviously a next level of breaking down film and obviously next level coaching. And it's like after our first few days at camp,
you learn more there.
I knew absolutely nothing about football when I came here. And, you know, we take pride in being able to bring that back here and give these guys that at even the high school level. And, you know, for our guys that are going to the next level, that'll get them ahead. And, it's pretty good.
Now, relatively speaking, our coaching staff is fairly young, a coaching staff. So I know, and I think it helps a lot with the connection that we're able to make with our players. And just talk about the experience you guys have had in coaching. I mean, you guys are new to coach, relatively new to coaching last couple of years. But what has your experience been like with the Sabrecats over the last couple of years, and what do you guys get out of it? And what do you like? What do you like most?
Man, we both talked about this many times, and what we're doing, this coaching, it's the next best thing to playing. I mean, obviously,
keeps us connected.
You do miss the game to a certain extent, and we could obviously still play at an extremely high level because we're the best.
That's our our coaching mantra right now.
Any CFL teams out there, we're free agents, eh?
I'm a free agent. So you guys know. No, but it's the next best thing, man. And when you coach up a player in practice, right? You're like, you go through the thing, he makes some mistakes, you coach it up, and then you see the guy make the next step in the game, make the play, do what he was supposed to do. Like, all right, I did something good here. And, you know, being able to...
And, like, just doing that, like what you just said, like passing your knowledge on, correcting their mistakes, then they make a play, and then just watching them celebrate with their teammates. Yeah. Like, I feel like that's the most pride I take. When I see, like, Fawcett get a pick six in a critical moment in a critical game, and he runs off and is celebrating with all his teammates, and you see all the joy on their faces because they care, and you care. But I don't know, it's just different. Being a player, it was awesome, but being a coach, it's equally, if not more, gratifying sometimes.
Seeing Coach, you're getting your celly has been going on all season too, though. All you gotta do is see our recent highlight tape.
Exactly. Yesterday, we got a good slow motion.
I know they were showing me. I know
the new highlight
replay.
We need a better camera angle. I'm sure we need an ISO camera angle. I bet there's many, many more of that, trust me.
Yeah. Man, and it's like pregame. The guys are going through their stretches, doing all that thing, and you put yourself back in that moment. And I get goosebumps sometimes when we're in pregame.
Oh, yeah.
Like, man,
100%.
This is the best. And there's nothing better. I tell the guys all the time, there's nothing better than winning a football game with your
friends,
boys, with your guys that you go to battle with. Man. It's the best feeling in the entire world.
And speaking of that, on that same vein, do you guys, going back to when we all played Cats, I mean, the three of us were lucky enough to play one season together, Sabrecats.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a memory or two from when we played Cats that sticks out in your mind, or something you want to share, funny story, something?
Well,
Steve Knott is
I have one. I have my first ever Sabrecats game. My first ever Sabrecats game, I was grade 11, third string quarterback. We were playing, I don't know if it was Brampton or it was something with a B, one of those
Brantford.
For all those guys, that gives you hope. I mean, he went from QB3 to starting middle linebacker at the CIS. So.
But I was third string, and I just remember the pregame speech from Knott was unreal. I remember he just talked about how nobody respected us down there. And the same holds true today. Those Southern Ontario teams don't respect us, and we go down there and kick their asses. We went down there, and we blew them out, and then I got in, threw a touchdown in the fourth quarter, and then I remember we went for 2, and I remember before the play even started, he called a pass play, and I was like, I'm running this in. Pulled the ball down, try to run it in, get absolutely decleated by a 300-pound D lineman. And
I remember. I snapped you the ball.
Did you? Yeah. And I was like, okay.
Who missed that block?
I guess.
It was on the edge. It wasn't me.
Shout out Jordan Alexander.
I was like, okay, so this is the OVFL, like grade 11, But no, it was great. Like, just being around guys that, first of all, were good players and understood what it took to win. Those Sir James Dunn guys back in the day.
Yeah.
We played with some good players. And, it was great. And that's what football is. When you go on the road with your friends and win, have the horrible bus ride home, but it makes it better just because you won and you had fun with your friends. So those are the memories.
Oh, yeah.
Bus trips with your friends. Those are the best memories.
Yeah. And just kidding, Jordan, if you're listening, you're a good guy, all right?
Love you, Jordan.
No, but, good story about Brandon Corella.
Yeah.
I mean, back in when I was playing, I only played one season with Sabrecats.
For Sabrecats?
Yeah, I should have played more.
Missed you on a wide open bat?
I regret that I didn't play more when I look back on it now, because it was one of the times of your life, man. Yeah. But so we did have good coaches back then, because we were doing we were doing scout team drills, and it would always be, okay, we're going to do the other team's offense for our defense to see. And so, obviously, Brandon Corella came in at quarterback, second string. And
Big City.
I would always go, okay, I'm going to play running back.
Before it was special teams, it was scout team.
No, it was Tim Tebow.
Yeah, exactly. So I would always go, okay, I played receiver for the Sabrecats. But when it was scout team, I'd be like, okay, I'm playing running back. And, okay, they'd show us the play. We'd come to the huddle. Corella comes in, all right, I'm Tim Tebow. Okay? He'd wear number 15, that was Tim Tebow.
That's a true story.
That is a true story every single time. And, that's just the fun of it, man. Like, you play with guys, like, sure, you battle against them in high school, and sometimes you hate those guys. But it's you come together as a unit with all these guys that you learn to hate throughout your time playing football. Some guys you never played with. And it's like you come together on Sabrecats and you just see what all you guys can do together, man.
Yeah, you just realize they're just like you. You just hate them because they're trying hard on the other team.
Yeah, exactly.
And you become brothers. I tell our kids that all the time.
Yeah,
you become brothers together.
It's a family, man.
Football is one of the best sports in the world because you get so many different personalities, different body shapes, missing athletic talent, and everyone comes together and is fighting for one goal. And it's an impressive thing when you accomplish your goal. And it's the feeling. There's nothing better. It's crazy when you got 50 guys coming together and like you said, all different backgrounds, all different shapes, all different sizes, athletic ability, and you come together and you accomplish something. It's pretty sweet.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
we love it.
So I'd be a little bit remiss if I didn't talk about we talk about this quite a bit on the show, the water Sioux, the pipeline that we've developed from Sabrecats and Sault Ste. To the University of Waterloo. He started it. And you guys actually, Mahler would have been the one that started this trend, and then Corella was not too long after. And from there, it's kind of started a trend of good football players from the Sioux going on to play at Waterloo. Yeah. So just how did it feel to kind of start that? I mean, you guys went through some rough years when you guys were there. Yeah. But now you're starting to see the payoff, and you guys are part of that and contributing to the turnaround of the Waterloo, the team. Seem to be one of the top teams in the province now, if not the country. I mean, how does that feel to be kind of the start of that pipeline and seeing these kids follow in your footsteps from the Sioux and going to the University of Waterloo and being successful? I mean, there's been countless guys right now. We got Mike Reed there, as well as Jared Lesage, 2 guys that played for us in the last couple of years. Lau is still there as well. Ray's been there. Cody Wheaton's there. Yeah. I mean, the list goes on, and you guys kind of started the trend of Sioux players going there and developed that pipeline. So just how does it feel to see the guys following your footsteps and be the start of something, the turnaround of a program, and what it means to you guys?
You know what? I'll start. That's the Sioux guys. I'll just say
we both have so much.
When we were there, because we do take great pride in that. Yeah. Like being from the Sioux.
One thing I'll say before you get started is, I don't want to claim that we're not the first guys from the Sioux to ever go there.
Yeah, we're not.
It's just
Jordan Verdone.
There was guys there there was one guy there from the Sioux when I went there, but it was just a chance events that just piled on. That's just how this thing all started. And
I think the biggest thing was Christian started it. He didn't know anyone. Went there first. Then I went there. I didn't know anyone either. And then a few people started to come. I mean, Reese came, Hoover came. Those were big-time guys.
Yeah,
And it was just different. Like, when you went out onto the field, and there was a Sioux guy beside you, you knew you could trust them. Even if they screwed up, let's say, assignment-wise or screwed something up, they were never going to be a bad teammate. In the sense that they would always sell out for you. Like if there was a pulling guard coming, Reese, I knew for 100% fact was going to put his entire brain on the line for me. And I would do the same for him. And Christian would do the same thing. Yeah. He's a DB coming downhill, he would go chop somebody's legs up. And I was always grateful for that. And then Lau came, same exact type of player. Lesage, same exact type of player. I just feel like in the Sioux, toughness was valued differently than it was in other places. Like there's a lot of hot spots of football in Ontario, London, Burlington, but it's not like the Sioux. They may be more athletic, but they're not like us.
What are the coaches saying in the meeting rooms about the Sioux guys?
Well, they like the Sioux guys because they knew we would never back down from anything.
Yeah.
Like they knew even if, let's say, like you said, we had some bad years. Like there were some years we were 0-5, 0-6 going into a game that meant absolutely nothing. So there's some guys on the team that already packed it in. Like we're not making the playoffs, but not the Sioux guys. We wanted to play. We like being out there, and we were not going to give a half-ass effort for our teammates because that's being an asshole.
Yeah, and there's a level of compete that you got to have. It's like doesn't matter if you're
7-0 or 0-7.
What your record is, you want to go out there and beat that guy across from you. There's obviously something to be said about doing it for your teammates, but it's like you got to have that want to be better than that guy who's crossing me.
That's what special teams is all about, baby.
And that's what we always wanted to do. And it's like if that guy beat you and you're watching the film the next day, it just hurts you inside.
There is a certain pride you take when you're in the film room. Because every Sunday after the game, you go to film in university, right? And you're watching the game, and that is a lot of times where you as a teammate earns respect because you make a nice play. And everyone goes,
you don't
damn.
quit.
And that happened so many times for the Sioux guys. We're making plays.
And that's where
even
a lot of times.
Off ball, like nowhere near there, you're taking off a block or you're killing someone after the play. And that's where a lot of times you see guys doing the exact opposite.
That's exactly what I was just going to say.
Teammate plays.
You see guys.
And that's when you earn respect, is in those meeting rooms.
Yeah, that's right. So, and it became a thing where there was a level of.
Sioux guys got that respect, and then it became. Where I remember going to Mike Reed's house, to his parents' house, and telling him you should come play for Waterloo. And I remember pulling aside saying, listen, you represent the Sioux, and I never had to worry about Mike Reed.
No.
Yeah.
But he was
animal,
like,
man.
absolutely.
Yeah. Let's go.
Same with Ray,
Rip somebody's
same
head
with
off.
Lau. Lau was the exact same with Lesage. Those are straight killers.
Yeah. There became
and
a
they go,
thing that
listen,
they expected us.
like I said, toughness is valued. You're from the Sioux. You represent the Sioux. And they said, absolutely. And they, trust me when I say, they never have disappointed.
Yeah, those are guys that, I mean, we're
They're
talking
killer.
about pass the torch, but those guys might be playing at a higher level than we did. You know what I mean?
Those guys
were
definitely, those are
they
ballers.
were amazing for us, right? They were ballers when we coached them at this level.
Yep.
So there obviously became a certain level of what they expected out of guys from the Sioux, just because
and
of
now
what
they're
we
going to do
tried
the same
do
thing
on the
to
field.
our next level players,
So
which is
they're-
what we try to do.
Yeah. So we really love what's been going on with our guys going there.
Definitely. So if you want to commit, Waterloo Warriors, baby.
That's right.
Yeah, we absolutely have a lot of guys, more so in grade 11 and 12 right now, that are going through the recruiting process and still kind of taking their time with it. But I for sure see us sending a few more guys to Waterloo. The guys are going to buy in. They see what's going on there now, and especially with the turnaround.
Yeah.
But also it helps having you two guys on staff. Some defensive guys are definitely going to go there.
Yeah, I mean,
and Bertoya is a big Sioux guy.
He's
He's
a great recruiter.
Those guys from the Sioux, Squeenia, Paul Squeenia, Dave Squeenia. Paul went to Waterloo, Dave went to Laurier, but he was good friends with Bertoya, and Bertoya, no?
Paul's in the Hall of Fame there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was probably one of the original Sioux guys to go down there and get the job done.
So they know about the Sioux. Like, they like Sioux guys. They understand the toughness level. And, like, if you have that baseline toughness, and obviously you need some athletic ability, but you can't teach toughness.
you can't.
You can have all the skills in the world, but if you're not tough, they can't put you in on special teams, obviously. You can't pass protect. You can't get down and do the gritty work that needs to be done in a football game.
Yeah, absolutely, and big save in the hockey game. I mean, we're in the third period. It's still 2-0 St. Louis, but it's Jamie Antonello alongside Matt Premo, Christian Mahler, and Brandon Corella at Sportscenter Bar and Grill. But great talk, about Waterloo there, but we got to talk about last week's game. Hamilton, big dub, 35-6 at home. Best home field advantage in the league. We got to make sure we protect it.
Baby.
I mean, so far we're doing a pretty good job of protecting our home turf, but yeah, so far. Before we kind of get into the analysis of the offensive side, quick breakdown. Defensively, gave up a touchdown early, but then basically pitched a shutout. Limited them to 105 yards of offense total, which is unbelievable.
Is that what it was?
105 yards, yeah. Total. It was like 44 passing, 61 on the ground, something like that.
And
Unreal.
Here's what I'll say about that.
That was on the first drive.
True, at least 40 or 50 yards of that was on the first drive.
When you watch the film, on that last drive, we're playing cover 2.
Don't give away the secret.
They don't know what that means. We're playing cover 2's in back, and they're getting a few yards on the ground, and it's like
Playing cover 7, actually.
You're fine with it. Yeah, we're playing in gauge 8.
Our backups were in, whatever.
For all you Madden fans, we're playing in gauge 8 every play.
I thought it was a good game. Like, not to be disrespectful, but Hamilton wasn't that very good of a team. Like, I don't think any of the teams in our league are that good of a team.
It was a team that had a stud athlete that they put at the quarterback position, and you just hoped he made a miracle to happen. Right?
And he made some plays, but for the most part, we bought him up. They didn't have much else beyond him.
He did his thing, and we're a sound team, and like we said, we got
have
the
good
coaching.
players at important positions. We have good players.
That's right. So
our D-line, I think you would be hard-pressed to find any D-line in a 19-under league across Canada that's as good as ours.
Yeah. The size.
I don't think maybe you would somewhere in London, maybe, but I don't think so. I think our front seven is very, very solid.
Very good.
And then we got some young guys in the DB core combined with a fifth year who's pretty good.
Yeah.
Or in Fowler, grade 12, whatever he's in.
Yeah, our starting DBs, we got 3 fifth years of grade 12 and a grade 11, so it's a good mix of guys.
You just look around the defense. I'm sure when our offense lines up, they look around. Okay, he's there. Oh, shit, he's there. We're going to go here then. Oh, no, that guy is there.
Yeah.
Right? We're just got
players.
guys everywhere. And the thing is, you love that when we go and play these teams that know nothing about us. Because they're like, we're just going to test this guy. Yeah. You know what I mean?
We're like, every team has got to have a weakness. We got to figure it out. But
we're lucky to have that. It is a home field advantage because we're that hidden talent that people refuse to acknowledge, right? And we love that. And we try to instill that same mindset in our players. So, but as a staff, we try to put our players in a place to succeed, and we think we do that very well with in-game adjustments, scouting during practice, leading up to a game, right? We show them what their offense does, their plays. So, but, can't discredit our players. Even if we didn't do that, I think they would be absolutely fine. But the combination of both is it's working well for us right now. We're looking forward to our game Saturday against Chatham.
Yeah, absolutely. And before we move on, we got to talk a little bit more about Hamilton. I mean, because it was a lot of 2-and-outs forced on defense, not a ton of stats on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
Had a couple of timely turnovers. We did a good job.
Yeah.
And but offensively, I mean, we're able to turn them into points. Scored on our first possession of the game. Tyler Brecken ended up breaking. He did, absolutely. Ended up breaking wide open on second play of the game on offense for us, and taking it to the house from 75 yards out. But Jordan Robinson-Wright threw 5 touchdown passes, and he even said it himself when he was talking to the Sault Star. Didn't play his best game.
Yeah.
I mean, but still was able to throw for over 200, 5 touchdown passes. Offensively, our O-line went to work. We did a good job. We did what we needed to. Special teams made some big plays.
Special teams, baby.
Had one intentional onside kick, one unintentional onside kick.
We can play better, though.
Both worked, but absolutely. And I think our guys are going to be fired up going into Chatham, especially after getting lightning delayed 2 weeks ago when we were in Chatham. Barely being able to play 20 snaps in that whole game.
Ruined our 8-0 season.
But we got another chance to those guys. And it's a big game. It's for 2 reasons. Coming back, playing Chatham after all that, and we have the showcase this weekend.
And
so all these CIS coaches are going to be here. I think it's a great opportunity for our guys.
Yeah, you know what? And you gotta. It's tough. As a coach, you're like, man, why wouldn't you want to be excited about that? But when I think about me as a player, like, man, sometimes it'd be like hard to fall asleep at night before a game, right? Because you just want to do the best you can for your guys, right?
That's the biggest
But
thing.
it's like what I want to say
teammate.
to these guys, it's like, man, just go out there and do your damn thing. Do your job. Do your thing.
I tell them that all the time,
Man, we're going to be great.
People think that big-time players, like all-star level players, go out of their way to do an amazing job. And good plays come to them because they do their job.
They do their job
to
well.
perfection.
That's right.
Like if you're a halfback, jam your receiver, push, read the next route, go do your job. Don't be looking in the backfield trying to make a play on a running play.
Yeah, exactly.
Players that do their job to perfection make plays.
That's right.
You don't have to go, especially on this team, on this defense, we have such good players that if everybody does their job, we will be elite.
But one thing I will say, though, our offense was very good this weekend. There was a point in the third quarter, I think,
we had some
when I was
long,
like, we have
drive.
not been on the field for like 8 minutes of game clock time.
And that makes the special teams
that
much
makes
better.
a huge difference, right? When your offense is moving the chains methodically. Okay, the guys aren't running 40-yard sprints.
When you got a running game, shut out Pegnotta, St. Mary's.
Yeah, the guys aren't running 40-yard sprints on punt and punt return over and over again, right? Like, it's just good for everybody. So the offense did their thing. I mean, 35-6. I mean, sure, we didn't put up 55, but we didn't have to. We did what we had to do.
We got to put
win.
up 15 points max the entire year and we'll win.
No, but I mean, it's the truth. We were able to put up almost 500 yards offense and pretty much 50-50 run to pass. It was a good job. I was really proud of the guys. I've been preaching that for a couple weeks now. Like, we can't go 2-0. We got to sustain drives. Got to give our defense even a little bit of a break.
Yeah.
Because we know they're going to go make plays, and our guys understand it. I mean, when we go ones versus ones in practice, you guys are winning most of the time.
Yeah.
And I tell our guys, man, we have an elite defense.
Yeah, don't get discouraged.
You guys can be an elite offense, but you got to take the challenge. And our guys are starting to take that challenge on and understand that if we can start making plays against RD in practice consistently, then when you get to game time, it just becomes easy.
Yeah, that's good.
You don't have to do anything spectacular, like you said, Curly. It's everybody do your job, and you will make plays.
Yeah.
Do your job to a high level, and you will make plays when the time comes.
So I think it's time for the 3 questions. Oh, yeah, sorry, I forgot.
He's good.
Yeah, you could.
I don't even know. Usually Dave does this, but at the end of our local in the podcast segment, we do our 3 questions. I got to remember what the 3 questions are. I'll let Jamie kick it off. I know the one, but Jamie, you have to kick it off.
Yeah, I'm gonna add one.
Oh, hold on. Are we
go.
both answering this, or are we like taking turns here?
Well, yeah, we're
Yeah.
both.
All right,
We're both answering these questions. But
All right.
first one's nice and easy. If you got a pro football team you root for or a college football team, who is it? And
Notre
why?
Dame forever. Go Irish.
Oh my God.
Last year, kind of embarrassing, but whatever. Clemson was good last year.
Legit.
This year, Ian Book, another year.
I'm also a Notre Dame fan, so I'm on board.
Yeah, we're winning this
That's
year.
why he's on the staff.
Wait, Corella, tell them about your NFL team.
No, I'd rather not. No, I'm a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan, unfortunately.
Wow. Jamie used to be a Tampa Bay
Jameis
Buccaneers
Winston,
fan.
I don't understand
I
how
gave it up.
Bruce Arians thinks he's our quarterback of the future, but we'll see. We got a good defense. Just drafted a very good linebacker who also wears number 40.
As long as you don't eat any W's, it'll be all right.
Don't eat any.
All right. Mahler, what about you?
Well, okay.
Yeah, this guy's a bandwagon.
Oh my God.
No, he's not. He's actually not. He's actually not. He's actually
Yeah,
not.
no, I know.
I mean, yeah, I've been a Kansas City Chiefs fan.
Yeah, he has been. I can attest to that.
Since SMFA days. For all you guys that even know what that is, and it's SMFL now, right? Anyways,
Now you get the basket glory of.
First of all, we should have.
You've
Overtime
been a fan
rules.
since Tony
Overtime
Gonzalez.
rules in NFL are an absolute joke. I'll say that right now to all you
Was that
New
the
England
Patriots
fans.
game?
To all you New England fans out there.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Get the.
Yeah. Inside joke. You guys don't have to hear that one.
You can't put that one on here.
And the one bad thing about being a Chiefs fan is I just went ahead and got a Tyreek Hill jersey, and then he breaks his kid's arm. So, yeah, what's up?
What are you gonna do?
I'll probably get.
What are you gonna do?
Probably get a 4-game suspension. Play
Chalk it
again.
up.
Who cares?
Probably get a half game.
As far as college goes, I'm a Michigan State guy, and
Oof.
I'm also a State guy. State and Notre Dame.
it is what it is,
Man.
right? Like we're never gonna get all the hype, but if we can go in there and knock Ohio State off their damn pedestal every year, I'll live with that. I
Good
love
luck.
that shit.
It's okay. You ain't beating Michigan, so it's all
Urban
right.
Meyer's gone. You might have a chance. Urban
Justin
Meyer's gone.
Fields, though. Justin Fields.
Justin Fields. Nice. So when you guys used to play, was there? Do you have a dedicated pregame meal, or was it kind of whatever, or did you have something that was always
Like the
your
night
go-to?
before or the morning?
Night before game day, whatever. Something maybe you were really ritualistic about.
Not really. Night before. No, not really.
You got it. Go ahead.
I never really had a pregame meal. I can't remember. Too much CTE.
You're drinking. You were like Ivan.
Chalking it off too many times.
Drinking
That's what happens.
Monster Energies before the game.
No, definitely not. I would.
Okay,
I don't know.
Kyle.
I would eat whatever. Probably like chicken or
Cody.
pasta. My whole university career was
Chicken and pasta.
skinless, breadless chicken in the fucking oven. That's all you're eating. Pasta.
In the oven. Man, that sounds
Yeah.
terrible.
Well, because
Yeah,
you know
it
what
was
happens?
Probably
you stay in
that, some
shape.
pasta.
What
I should probably mix one in.
When you put it in the oven, you don't got to worry about it. You just put it in there. You
true.
know it
It's
beeps,
cooked.
and then you eat it.
Yeah.
But anyway, I would.
Morning of.
It was. I would
have a full breakfast. I would have
bacon
eggs,
and
bacon.
eggs.
There was some guys that would just not eat.
No, you got to treat it like a normal day, I think.
We had old linemen that would just not eat because they were like so nervous. We're
Eggs,
like,
bacon,
"Hey, man,"
and
like-
5-hour energy.
And then before the game, I did this every game. I'd have a little bag of green grapes.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
I
did
told him
always
they're-
have the grapes.
They're little,
He did always have the
Little
grapes.
seedless grapes.
little
Nice.
bundles of energy.
Yeah, he would have all the grapes.
That's
He loved
hilarious.
grapes.
The green grapes, baby. That's the secret. I'm telling you guys.
That's the secret sauce.
I
all
try
right.
to tell their players all the
Fawcett,
time.
listen up.
Bring some
Green
snacks.
grapes in the
I knew guys that went
Pre-game
just
changer,
pure
all right.
cereal, too. Remember Hutchinson?
Yeah.
Hutchinson would
I
always
like
have
cereal
Fruit
too.
Loops.
I'm a big cereal guy. Too.
Fruit Loops.
Ask Hutch what he ate before each game. I'm telling you
I
right
feel like
now,
I should know this because I
for a
played
fact that
every
it was
year with Hutch.
Fruit Loops. Every game, he'd be like, yeah, just had some
That's
Fruit
wild.
Loops.
Yeah.
But all right, no, that's good stuff. Coach, I don't know if I ever asked you, Preem, did you have a pregame meal that you would go to? Maybe we talked about this, but I don't remember.
Yeah, no, I did. I was a Subway guy. I got a foot-long Subway guy.
Subway.
Every game. Well, usually, like, when I was, my last couple of years anyway, I was playing Steelers, so we played 7 o'clock. I was like 4 o'clock, ate Subway at 4 o'clock,
See,
same
that's
time
the
every
thing, man. When
Tough.
we had,
Same time
Night
every
games
day.
are tough. When
when
we
we
had a night game,
games,
it's tough.
I didn't
Night
know what
games.
to do. It threw me off completely.
Yeah, because it's not good to be stressing out about playing a football game the whole day. You know, you
I
gotta
hate
be
it.
distracted.
It's a long wait. So it was 4 o'clock. I was meeting my buddy Noah for Subway at 4 o'clock pregame and eat the sub, go to the field for like 4:30, 5 o'clock.
That's a good routine.
That was my go-to routine
See,
my
that's
last
the
couple
thing.
of years.
Yeah, Steelers is probably almost always at 7, right?
Always
So you
night
get-
games,
You
yeah.
get into that habit, and it's like sometimes when we'd have a night game, you're like,
Wouldn't even know what to do. I think I had 2 night games in my entire
You wouldn't know
career.
what to do. They're like, okay, we're going to go for a team dinner at Swiss Chalet. I'm like, I'm not messing with Swiss Chalet right now. Like,
yeah. We did do that. We had Swiss Chalet.
yeah, and then it kind of messed
good,
with
though.
you.
Whatever.
You
Free.
know, creatures of habit, I guess you could say. But,
Yeah. All right, so the normal last question that Dave asks is, what's the last song that you played in your Spotify or on your Apple Music? But I'm gonna change it up on you guys. Do you guys remember? Did you guys have a victory song at Waterloo, or something that you always listen to, or maybe a pregame song that you always listen to? Something consistent.
Mo Bamba.
Drake, Galchester. Do you know what that song is? That's pretty good. And then Chief Keef, Hate Being Sober.
There you go.
Refuse, New Noise.
Oh yeah.
That was always a banger,
Listen to that all
but
the
the
time.
brothers on the team always used to get upset when I
Yeah,
put that
that's
one
true.
on.
Yeah.
They'd be like, "What the hell is this, Corella?"
Everybody's
Like,
got their own opinion.
you're right, boys. Sorry.
Nah,
It depends, man. Well, you know what though? When you win, any song sounds good.
yeah. I mean, for me, it
I don't know.
always.
Country Roads pretty good.
Country Road.
That is a bang.
This is a battle.
All I do
that's
is
a battle. That's a Battle of Waterloo inside joke. Laurier's win song was Country Road. So. Waterloo,
you guys are sick,
Waterloo got that one last year.
Yeah, let's get it, baby.
So
Trey Ford. As long as Trey
Laurier's-
Ford's there, we're not losing the game. So.
We'll see. We'll have to have a wager.
First time in how many years, though?
First time in a long time. We'll have a wager this year.
15 years.
It'll be a good game this year. We'll have a wager, friendly wager.
We should.
Yeah.
I want to follow up on that question. Is there one song that you would be embarrassed to tell our players is on your iPod or Apple Music?
No, kids, here's the thing. Our players are an absolute joke. So.
No, I love our players. I love our players.
No, I'm just
The
I'm
only
just kidding.
songs I think I would be listening to that would be like some Cardi B song or something. I feel like I have like a Cardi B song on there.
Okay, yeah, you listen to some weird shit.
Yeah, whatever, man.
Mahler, no, nothing.
I don't know. Okay,
Like, you don't got
You know what?
any-
I got songs.
You
that
can't ruin his rep,
I-
man.
I got songs that I listened to when I was a kid that like they'd be like they never heard of.
Like 50.
So like, okay, obviously I was a kid. You guys know Sum 41 is.
Oh yeah.
But it's like it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
old songs like that you listen to once in a while that takes you back. But it's like they would never know what that is. They'd be like,
Simple
what is this,
Plan,
coach?
Sum
What are you
40.
listening to, man? It's like, you know.
They don't know about that,
They
man.
don't know. It's just
I mean,
what it
Fat Lips on 41. That was a banger. Get it going.
Still
Get
is.
the party started. It still is. Absolutely.
is. You got it. Yeah, it's a time and place for songs like
Time
that
and place,
now.
but 100%.
Exactly.
Pre-game, that's a good time.
Yeah. So like Saturday afternoon with a couple beers, right? That's
Nothing wrong with it.
feeling.
I don't drink.
I don't drink actually.
All right, boys. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on.
thanks for having
Appreciate
us
you
on.
having you guys on.
Yeah, this is a great time, boys.
You got any closing thoughts? Anything rest of the season thinking
I got
about?
a closing thought.
We're the
if anyone
best.
from the Waterloo Predators is listening,
Oh,
we'll see you in 3 weeks, huh? Stu Sabrecats coming to Party Crash. That's all I got to say.
it's our regular season home finale game against Waterloo Preds, June 30th at home,
Come on out, everybody. Long weekend.
Yeah, everybody,
you know,
come support your
1 p.m. Sunday.
Let's make the Sabrecats the college version of Sault Ste. Marie football.
Absolutely.
Let's get everybody out here, man. These kids got an opportunity to play at the next level, and it's great football. You should come watch.
That is good football.
Like I always say, come out and support these kids. They deserve it. We have some awesome football players, guys that are going to be playing at the next level. Come support them. They put a lot of work in. They deserve it, like I said. And these guys are going to be the future of U Sports football. So definitely come support the program. We would love to see you guys out.
Yeah.
Beauty. And once again, thanks Brandon Corella and Christian Mahler for coming on. Great conversation. We'll be right back for part 3. Once again, it's Jamie Antonello alongside Matt Premo at Sportscenter Bar and Grill. We'll be right back.
The Game Sports Show wants to thank its original home, partner, and sponsor since 2015, Sportscenter Bar and Grill, named the Sioux's best sports bar for 3 years in a row. Sportscenter Bar and Grill is located on 624 Wellington Street West in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Make sure to come on down to SportsCenter to enjoy the great atmosphere with great cold beverages available, including those delicious Molson products. Don't forget about their famous 75-cent wing nights on Wednesdays. They're truly the best wings in town. Like and follow SportsCenter on Facebook at SportsCenter SSM. We look forward to seeing you today. SportsCenter Bar and Grill, the Sioux's best sports bar.
The Wicked Sister, Sioux, Michigan. Check TripAdvisor, ranked right towards the top. Awarded the Certificate of Excellence, as well as voted #1 pub in the UP. The Wicked Sister has managed to create a casual menu that offers unique, creative, and sometimes healthy offerings that rivals menu selections of any big city. Burgers and starters, snacks and shareables, soups and salads, sandwiches and tapas. On Ashman Street, Sioux, Michigan. Welcome to the Wicked Sister, where you'll be treated like family, whether you like it or not.
The Game Sports Show would like to thank a list of additional sponsors. North Shore Sports and Auto, new location located on 647 McDonald Avenue, Sault Ste. Marie. A family-owned and operated business with doing business in Sault Ste. Marie for over 10 years. Loads of products available for your enjoyment for all seasons. North Shore Sports and Auto, we understand the importance of quality service and products, and we work hard to ensure that all customers have a positive experience before and after each and every sale. North Shore Sports and Auto, meeting all of your new and pre-owned equipment needs. Special thanks to Salon. The Salon, located on 589 2nd Line East, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Owned and operated by Mike Cuglietta. Book your appointment today at 705-941-9191 or via online at https://thesalonsioux.as.me-. The Salon, making the Sioux beautiful, one haircut at a time. As well as a shout out to the Superior Pro Shop. The Superior Pro Shop, located inside the Community First Credit Union Superior Arena on 285 Northern Avenue East, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Owned and operated by Jeremy Paquin and ran by Larry Monroe. Superior Pro Shop, for over 40 years, meet all of your skate sharpening, skate repair, and hockey needs. Also to Discover the Canvas. Discover the Canvas, located on 317 Wellington Street West, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. A beautiful, new renovated building owned and operated by expert artist and Sioux native Katrina Thibodeau. Katrina taking her talents of the ink in Sault Ste. Marie and truly creating the best and most realistic art locally. Call Katrina today at 705-450-8099 or email her at discoverthecanvas@gmail.com to book your tattoo or consultation today.
Hi, this is Joe Bowen, and you're listening to the Game Sports Show from Sault Ste. Marie.
Just Gloria. I'm going to start singing that all night. You know what that means when Gloria is being played? Oh, it's fading in and out. Still fading out.
I mean, I'm still pretty partial to Chelsea Dagger in Chicago, but that's a pretty dope.
That's awesome.
Win song.
Now, this 100%. Is part 3 of the Game Sports Show. Welcome back. That's what I should say. Dave McCaig here alongside Jamie Antonello and Matt Premo. Go Blues! You just heard Gloria. The St. Louis fucking Blues, baby. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They just won the Stanley Cup, defeating the Boston Bruins 4-1. I know every Leaf fan is doing somersaults. And if you're a Leaf fan like me, you're drinking more Molson products, Northern products, any kind of products.
Yeah, we're going to have to call you a cab.
So maybe. Jordan Nolan.
As we speak, Jordan Nolan just hoisted
Jordan Nolan lift the cup. You got Chris Thorburn that lift the Stanley Cup.
Awesome.
Sioux natives.
It's gonna make its way to the Sioux this summer.
Yeah, you know. Tyler Bozak, former Leaf. Carl Garrison, former Leaf. Alex Dean, former Leaf. Just a bunch of former players there lifting the cup. St. Louis winning their first cup in 52-year history. This team was in last place in January.
Yeah.
First Figure that out. That last place.
Dead last.
Awesome.
And now they just win.
I had this conversation earlier about the parity in the leagues and stuff and how the Stanley Cup is the best trophy in sports. I don't think there's any argument there.
No.
And it's the hardest league to win.
Yeah.
And I had a big debate. I mean, sure, it was with my dad at home.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Whatever,
was it over beer or was
it? I was heated, man. It was the first half hour before I got here. I was like, I rolled into Sportscenter like huffing and puffing, like after watching the first period.
I could tell by your text, are you coming?
Yeah. I was like, get here. I need to talk about sports right now.
I like that.
Record it. This is good quality.
As listeners may want to know, I was 10 minutes late getting here today because I did purchase a truck. But besides the point of that, peeps, St. Louis Blues win the Stanley Cup. Myself and Justin are going to talk about that tomorrow from Northern Superior Brewing Company. We're getting to more about that. But congratulations to the St. Louis Blues.
I'm gonna come join if you guys will have me.
Sorry. Yes, I should have mentioned that.
Well, we had to reschedule under Sabrecat practice, so we practiced Friday instead of Thursday.
So that works.
I am available.
So Jamie Antonello will also be on scene with myself and Justin. And there's Jamie
and the new headsets.
Correcting me on live radio. What the new headsets? The Auto Tech, Gus. And we got the Pro FX8 V2 8-channel professional effects mixer. I highly recommend. I just read it off there.
Because that's what our listeners were worried about.
100%. As you can see, we're having fun here at
All
Sportscenter.
8,000 of them are going to buy one right now.
The Twin Sault's only local, regional, and national sports show. Bringing you news here in Gloria, here in Part 3. Now, transitioning to another championship that we hope that I'm going to be singing Gloria. I want to be singing Hall & Oates. I want to be singing AC/DC. I want to be singing Johnny Cash. I want to be singing Britney Spears, Drake, Hotline Bling. Or like, What's My Name? Onana, What's My Name? With Rihanna. Kind of rhymes.
Sure.
Okay, Onana, Rihanna. Sorry, I tried to. I don't know if you caught that.
I mean, you're trying.
You're trying, 100%. The Raptors go back to Oracle for Game 6, up 3-2.
Yep.
Wow, almost said 3-1,
Yep.
but 3-2. Without Kevin Durant being there with Golden State this time. Now, we have a couple topics before we're going to jump into Game 6 officially. We're going to talk about Game 5. We're going to talk about Kevin Durant being put in there. We're going to talk about the whole series. Yeah, we haven't had. We're talking about everything. And also, we're going to talk about fans booing Kevin Durant in Canada. There's a more extended clip that I need people to listen to me when I talk about something when we get to that particular point. And then also the refereeing in this NBA Finals with
Game 5 was bad.
That was very bad. Marc Gasol should have had
Game 5
a foul
was bad
called.
until 4 minutes left in the game. And then I was like, all right, they kind of flipped.
See, now maybe there's Golden State fans who say, well, look, calls could have went either way all series. Yes, you are 100% right, perhaps. Maybe there's things that we don't see from the listener's eye, but Gasol should have had a foul. Gasol should have had a foul. And if people are going to wonder why Kyle Lowry shot that shot at the end, I'm going to put it right now before I forget. Number one, Draymond got his fingers on that ball, if you haven't seen that. Number two, Kyle Leonard got asked that at a press conference. He didn't answer it this way, but it's pretty freaking easy why. Number one, Kawhi is double teamed. Secondly, who's been there the longest? Kyle Lowry. I guarantee you, Kawhi said, Kyle, this is your team. This is your shot. You're going to make this.
To be honest,
I think so. You don't think so?
No, I think
he found the open guy. He's in quarter three. He had a chance.
Yeah, they put the ball in Kawhi's hand. He had the ball at the top.
And so he should have drove and took the foul.
They doubled him. I mean, he made the team play, and that's what – I mean, there are superstars that would take that shot, even though they're double teamed. Kawhi made the team play, made the pass, second pass. Kyle's open in the corner, doesn't get it off quite in time. Draymond gets there, gets his fingertip on it. Not much you can do. I mean, in hindsight, like realistically, he had a little bit more time.
It was good defense.
He probably could have waited. He probably could have waited for Draymond to fly by and get the shot off still. But you're not thinking that. You're not thinking that at all.
All you're thinking is there's 2 seconds left. I got to
get the ball off.
Kawhi could have drove the paint, drove the board, and I think drove a foul. That was the big thing.
Here's the thing, though.
Those are two elite defenders. He was covered by Clay and then Iguodala.
That's right.
Those are two elite defenders.
And the pass he made off was on to Livingston. Did a good job, forced another pass. And then you got Draymond on Kawhi. On Kyle, sorry.
Which is not the matchup usually, right? I don't think Draymond's on Kyle.
It was because of the rotation. It was the rotation.
But Golden State was smart. They went small.
Yeah.
Able to rotate better on defense.
They've been there before Golden State in the finals. They know how to do it.
They're a better team.
Everyone thinks Golden State is a great offensive team. They're also a great defensive team. So, I mean, people forget about that. 100%. They're one of the better defensive teams in the league.
Clay and Draymond alone are just unreal defenders.
They're awesome. They're all NBA, man. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you would look back at the series and how much success the Raptors has had and how close they were winning at Game 5.
Even Game 2, they could have swept this series arguably after taking 2 at Oracle.
In Game 5,
what ifs though?
That's the thing. I mean, it's inches. It's small things. Like if one thing goes one way, the whole thing changes. So it's hard to sit back and judge. I mean, people are judging should he have taken the timeout at 3 minutes, Nick Nurse, to stop momentum. Should he have taken the timeout before that last possession because he had a timeout? He could have called it. He let them play on. I mean, there's different philosophies, and Nick Nurse said in his press conference today, which one is right? Like sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
It's right if you win.
It's right. It's the only way it's right.
You look like a genius if you drain that.
Exactly. So
Kyle's a legend if he drains that too.
I was standing on my couch when he took the shot. I was hoping he was going to win.
I was screaming. I woke up my family.
For everything
we were all at Sportscenter. Dustin, Mitch, and I. We flipped tables. We're flipping chairs.
My dog bit me.
103.
She was like, "What's wrong with you?"
For everything that Kyle's been through in Toronto, I mean, going from when they weren't very good to being one of the top teams in the league, losing out in the playoffs, DeRozan getting traded, his best friend getting traded, to having the success this year and being on the cusp of winning a championship. I thought it'd be fitting if he hit that shot. I thought
it would have been poetic.
I thought it would have been poetic. I was standing on my couch.
I
was hoping he would hit that shot. And Draymond got a fingertip on it. I mean,
what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? It was a good defense.
Very smart.
Very good defense.
What he had to shoot it. He couldn't. I mean, like I said, he could have maybe hesitated, but he had to shoot the ball.
So hard to do.
But we haven't even really jumped into the full dynamics of this series because, like I said, we were off last week from SportsCenter, and I want to jump into talk about the whole thing of the series. We can't talk about game 1, game 2, game 3. We're not going to do that nonsense. That's old news in our opinion.
Overall,
but we're going to overall. The Raptors have taken 2 at Oracle. At home, they arguably, but this is a what if. It's just they could have won game 2, arguably at home, right? But you go to Oracle and you win 2. That is impressive. You're up 3-1 going home. You have 3 opportunities to win the NBA championship.
Set yourself up in a nice position.
Yes, you do. Now going to Oracle, Kevin Durant started last game. And now he had successful Achilles tendon. He had a surgery today for fix his rupture there. And we're going to jump in and talk about Durant in entirety. But we got to talk about everything with the series leading up to Game 5 and going into Game 6. So Game 1 and 2, I felt like the Raptors, the big pivotal point in this series is Pascal Siakam and Danny Green and Fred Van. I know it's 3 guys. Fred Van Fleet.
I would argue say the last couple games, Serge Ibaka has been a huge factor. Too.
But he has.
Game 4, Serge was
unreal.
And he was very good last night, too.
But who's a diamond in the rough, though, that could, if as Gloria plays here at SportsCenter, actually, we beat them to it. Pascal Siakam, though, is that guy outside of Serge and outside those guys that if he has a 30-point night, the Raptors are winning that basketball game.
I don't even think he needs to have a 30-point night. I think if you can get into high teens, they're going to be in really good position.
Yeah, no, you look at offensively.
He's struggled a little bit the last couple
for guys that are going to create offense for the Raptors offensively on their own. It's Kawhi and Siakam.
Yes.
The other guys have to hit shots. Yeah. I mean, they shot terrible from 3-point. They're still in that game in Game 5.
And Golden State, Golden State was like 14 for 17.
Golden State hit the second most threes in NBA Finals history.
Crazy.
And they were still in that game. That's been the thing about this series is the Raptors have been in every game and held them in check and never let
defensively never giving up, stuffing in the paint and the boards. Serge Ibaka, Kawhi's effort. I've never seen a player in a Toronto uniform. I'm talking every Toronto team that actually has heart like that. And I'm calling out all these other athletes that have been. I'm not calling out the Joe Carters. I'm not calling out those guys. They won championships. I'm not even calling out the Matt Sundins or the players that battled Eddie Belfour.
Those guys had tenure.
Yeah, those they worked hard. It is, but the heart. I've never seen that in such a player that Kawhi Leonard presents. He never gives up. His arms. He is the claw. His arm reaches to a level like it just extends.
Load management.
For some reason, it works. It worked, and I'm impressed by the defense of the Raptors, but they couldn't contain the 3 last game.
Yeah, I mean, when those guys are going, if you talk about Clay and Steph, when they're going, it's hard to stop. You look at how quick they get their shot off. How do you defend that? And they're coming off multiple screens. It's almost impossible to defend. So what do you do? And these guys get hot, they get hot, and that's bound to happen. But for the most part in the series, they've been able to hold them in check and keep these games.
They cut the runs down, right? That's the big thing.
That's the big
Golden
thing.
State can go on these 16-0 runs, 14-0 runs, and I think the biggest run they had last game was 8-0, despite the fact that they were draining threes and they were shooting like 77% from 3.
I think the 8-0, was the last run. That was the last run when
it was 8 or 9-0. They hit 9 points in the last couple minutes there.
And that's where, when you look at when they sacked Clay, that was when he was injured.
Yeah,
that was the game you had to capitalize, and the Raptors did. And then when Clay came back, you figured that Golden State was going to come back just with fire. And the Raptors contained.
They killed it.
And now Oracle, it was in disbelief. Now Oracle's going to be booming tomorrow.
Last game in the history of the arena.
The arena's going to be shut down.
Exactly. So I just really think, though, Kevin Durant, if he doesn't start last game, it's a different ball game in general. Kevin was perfect from threes when he was playing.
Yeah, he started off hot.
That
was a weird game. That was a weird game. I mean, I think after the injury, the air came out of the building, even though it was an injury to the opposing team. But it was so much shock, and both teams. It was a weird vibe you got after that happened.
Yeah. See, and that's
and you saw Iguodala and Curry were both not on the court when the injury happened, and they both went to the locker room with him right away.
It was a weird vibe after, but he came out, he was firing, he was hitting
threes,
and you're like, oh no, here we go.
He's back. He looks
here we go. And then the injury happens, and then obviously it was a huge loss for the Warriors, and it's a huge loss for Kevin Durant personally. I mean, he's going to be out for a year.
Would you have started him? Yeah. Would you have started him, though?
I mean, if you're going to play him, you start him.
Yeah.
If he's healthy, It doesn't.
Do you look for a health? Are they going for the championship, or does this mean that Kevin Durant has always been looking at early retirement?
So
it's so tough to look at it that way. I mean,
I have a take on this, and everyone's had a take on this. You watch any sports talk shows, everyone's saying they shouldn't have done it, they shouldn't have done this, shouldn't have done that. At the end of the day, Kevin Durant wanted to be on the floor and wanted to play basketball and help his team win, and that's what it comes down to. If you have an athlete who wants to be on the floor, I know that people say he was rushed back by the doctors or this and that, or he felt pressure because of his teammates, he felt pressure because of the organization, felt pressure because of this. But when you're an athlete, you want to compete, and if you think you can go, you're going to go. Hindsight is 2020. I mean, he got injured. Yes, he's going to lose a year, but
devastating injury.
But he
wasn't thinking about that.
He wanted to be on the floor with he wanted to be on the floor with his teammates.
Yep.
And when a guy wants to be on the floor with your teammates, and you, as a medical staff, they didn't know his Achilles was going to rupture.
Yeah.
It's kind of from what I understand, it was a separate injury. Like it was his calf, and then his Achilles gets up injured. Maybe the Achilles got injured
compensating,
because he's compensating, or he hadn't had an opportunity to play.
Yeah.
He hadn't had an opportunity.
Hadn't gone game speed, right?
Game speed. So you make that quick reaction that you haven't made in over a month now, and pop goes your Achilles. But as a competitor and as an athlete, I understand him saying, I want to go. If I think I'm at least good enough to help my team, and he was in the first quarter good enough to help his team.
Oh, yeah, he was.
And
he had 14 points, boom, 12 minutes.
So I mean, everyone's trying to put blame on someone.
Imagine if he played all games, too.
I don't think you can put blame on anyone. As a competitor, he wanted to be out there, and these guys think like businesses now, and they think about the long term, and he thought about it, and if he didn't want to play, he didn't have to play.
Exactly.
He wanted to be out there. He wanted to help his team win. He thought he could do it. He thought he was ready. The medical staff obviously thought he was in a good enough shape that it wouldn't have any further effect on him. But in the end, it happened, and we can't go back and be like, oh, no, they shouldn't have been out there. He wanted to be out there. He wanted to compete.
What would have happened here? I mean, you're looking in hindsight. If he would have sat out the whole series, goes into free agency, gets signed by whoever.
The Knicks.
And has a Gordon Hayward-type injury 6 minutes in. Blows his Achilles out.
You can't predict. You can't predict what's going to happen.
Stuff happens, right?
So with the Kevin Durant thing, then he gets injured, and I'll say when he got hurt, I was here and I said, "Oh, get up," but then I was like, "Oh, okay, he's actually hurt." Like I thought maybe because he's like limped, like he was trying to like almost limp down, then he went down. It was like, okay, did he roll his ankle? He's okay, or did he re-injure? Then you're like, okay, and that's where this is where the big talk has been with the Toronto Raptors fans cheering. Okay,
yeah.
Now, classless. I 100% agree. I was not happy to hear that response at Scotiabank Arena inside Toronto. However, I think they predicted and saw basically what I did. He was limping and walking, then he sat down. I was like, okay, get up. They're like, okay, he's down. But then when he stayed down, that's when if you watch, it goes to commercial while they're helping him get up.
Yeah,
they showed the extended clip. They actually quieted down, started clapping. Then the bottom 100 section started chanting, sorry, KD. So that happened. So that is actually a thing. So that is a Canadian thing to say sorry. So with that happening, we are not classless. It was just an instant reaction. And like Tim and Sid said on Sportsnet, what would Philadelphia have done?
Oh,
I'll tell you right now what Philadelphia would have.
Boston even.
All these other cities can sit there and say whatever they want about Canada.
I could have called that would have happened, though, to be honest.
Yeah, Golden State would have did the same thing.
Based on pregame, I mean, every city, like, there's a superstar, or if they don't like a guy, like, basically what happens to Brad Marchand in every arena he goes away to.
Like, knock on wood, what if that happens to Kawhi on Thursday? You don't think Golden State's going to do the same thing?
100%. I mean, you can't blame the fan base.
Yeah, it is what it is.
At first, all you see it is, he blew a tire.
Yeah.
Turnover. Oh, cheer, let's go. And then, I mean, yes, they're cheering because he's out of the game, he's coming out. And then, I mean, they realize, okay, extended injury, roll an ankle, whatever. That's a little bit different.
And Drake was a little too, I get it, enthusiastic, but believe it or not, people should know this. Him and Kevin are very close friends, actually.
He has his number tattooed on his arm.
Yeah, so, like, they're actually close friends.
In the finals,
yes,
he's got a tat
they're friends. So people want to chirp and call Drake fake. No, they're actually really good friends. He actually's been remember there's pictures when he was partying with Kevin Durant when he actually won the championship for the first time.
Yeah.
These guys are actually friends. So this was a serious injury to him. When Serge and Kyle were telling the fans to quiet down, my instant reaction was thinking of Encarnacion inside the Rogers Center time when they calmed down with that 7th inning against Texas Rangers. Toronto fans, we get real amped because we're not used to being in this situation, okay? And this is different because we're in the final. It was just an instant reaction. We're not classless. We're definitely not a classless country, let me tell you right now. We're known for being sorry birds all the time. So to have this, like everything, we say sorry for every little thing. So the Toronto fans actually, some people sent flowers to Kevin Durant, courtesy of Canada. So, Kevin Durant had successful surgery. Hopefully we do wish him a speedy recovery. He came into the game and was lights out. If he would have played all the games this series, it's a different series. I'm not saying the Raptors would have lost, but again, Kevin Durant is such a presence. He's one of the top 5 players in the league for a reason.
Well, I mean, when you're 6'10" and you can shoot over anybody, it's hard. It's impossible to defend.
Yeah, it is.
Back to the whole injury thing, the cheering. I think it's just blown way out of proportion.
Yeah, 100%.
It's crazy. So it's an instantaneous thing. So at first, when I was watching, I thought he tried to draw the foul immediately.
Yeah,
and that's what I thought. And then we stole. We're going down. We score.
And then, to be honest, the camera pans, so you don't see it.
And you go. And there's a couple people around there that are maybe like clapping or cheering or whatever. But it's just an instantaneous thing. Like you can't. And everyone's the emotions are so high in the moment, and everyone there is hoping to witness a championship happen. They paid thousands and thousands just to be a part of a championship and around that environment and atmosphere, and they're hoping for a win. And their odds just got a little bit better, probably a lot better because Durant goes down.
One of the top players in the league went
so
out.
Initially, you're going to be like, and you're going to get that. The stadium's going to go, oh my God, we're going to win.
Karma is a thing, too. I believe in karma, and that might have...
But that happens, but then everyone settles down, and they realize he's actually seriously injured, and then you have the KD chance. I mean, it's blown out of proportion. Doesn't matter where it would have happened. It could happen anywhere in the world. It could happen, you know what I mean? If you're that passionate, you're going to get that initial reaction where the fans are going to get excited and think their opportunity just got better, and then they're going to realize, oh, my God, he's seriously injured, and they chant. And you know what? You can't blame anyone. A couple people should have maybe not cheered. And I think it was probably more in proximity to where the injury happened, because if you're sitting in the nosebleeds, you don't really know what's going on.
No, you don't see that.
So it's not like the whole...
You saw him go down, turnover, we got the ball, go down.
It's not like the whole stadium was like...
And you're cheering because we go down the court.
Because we got to turn over and we're going to get points.
Blowing way out of proportion. Hope Kevin Durant gets healthy. I mean, he's going to be able to buff through the year, so he probably missed the whole season next year. I don't know if he makes it back. It'll be interesting. That changes free agency coming in the offseason. I hope he stays with Golden State, kind of. I think they're maybe going to be loyal to him because of the injury, and he's going to be loyal to them, and maybe stick around, maybe see Clay leave. But
they won't. I think one of them's gone for sure.
I think one of them has to leave, but we'll see where it plays out. I mean, speedy recovery. Hopefully, he can make it back. It's an unfortunate situation, but like I said, he's a competitor. Wanted to be on the floor. I mean, no different than us going out to play touch football. Jamie with the torn ACL wanted to be out there and pushing the limits, right?
It's true. When I tried to come back, I mean, I literally had to shut it down for a couple games back when I tried to come back. And I mean, I still got half an ACL. I'm still going. I ain't as fast as I used to be. Not jumping to block any more punts, I'll tell you that.
But it comes down to your instinct to want to compete and be there for your team and be there to support the guys. So, I mean, he did what he do. He didn't think he would. He obviously didn't think this would happen. If someone told him you had a 98% chance of rupturing your Achilles, he wouldn't have played. But So
you can't predict that.
You can't predict it.
But again, this guy definitely got blown out of proportion, and Canadian fans, we reacted typically as anyone else would, and we definitely made up for it. I think. Dave McCaig alongside Jimmy Antonello, Matt Premo inside Sportscenter. Moving on with this topic quickly, fellas. Game 6 at Oracle. The Raptors. As much as, and you guys will agree, and listeners will agree, as much as I want to see a championship inside Toronto at Scotiabank Arena, as that was great when they won the Eastern Conference Championship against the Milwaukee Bucks, I just want to win on Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
Don't wait.
Yeah, just win.
You don't wait.
St. Louis won in Game 7 in Boston on the road. It's you go there and you win.
Hey, as a player, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
you win it.
Just win it.
It just feels good no matter where.
Oracle's going to be buzzing. They want to get behind their squad, especially with KD. With everything that happened to KD, I imagine it's going to motivation.
Well, and
Curry and Clay probably have a little bit of an edge right now, especially.
The arena and the whole setup, there's going to be a little bit more pomp and circumstance because it's a swan song for the arena now. So there's going to be a little bit more there. But, I mean, the game's a game. I think Kawhi's still a gamer. Our guys understand. We're going to be fine.
I think the attitude of this Raptors team is they're kind of unfazed. So I don't think the environment's going to bother them no matter what it is. I mean, you talked about heart earlier, Kawhi's heart, but I think it goes throughout their lineup. Like Kyle Lowry is one of the biggest competitors I've ever seen in my life. Fred VanVleet, man, I love that guy. He's unreal. Ibaka, another guy. He'll battle it out till the end, right? He's a tough dude.
Yeah.
Marc Gasol. just absolutely smart basketball player and great on the defensive end. And these guys, like, you just have the faith that they're going to get it done. You just feel like they're gonna win, right? Because they've shown it. They've been battle tested this playoffs. Adversity's hit them. They've fought back. So I'm looking forward to Game 6. I don't want to see. I mean, as much as Game 7 would be very entertaining and maybe suspenseful.
Oh God,
I can do without the suspense.
It's Father's Day. I mean, I got other things.
My house can't handle me screaming at the top of my lungs anymore.
I honestly think that
I'm scaring people.
The Raptors win.
Got a full house.
The Raptors win. It might become a national holiday. You call me crazy, but this is Canada. We are crazy.
Well, nobody's going to work Friday.
Well,
no one in Toronto definitely is going to work. I'll have to go to work.
I've been on sick leave. I got to go back to work. I'm already back, so I got to go.
I can maybe use a vacation.
I gotta work at 7 a.m. I'll tell you one thing for free. Ain't nothing getting done till 10. At least. Somebody comes in asking for something at Home Depot.
Hope Jamie's bosses aren't listening.
But here's the thing.
I'll be there.
The big thing that I want to see this game is I want to see Pascal Siakam pick up his socks in this game. I don't think he had a great game last game.
No, I think he'll respond for sure.
I hope so. And Serge has been, like you said, Preems, and Jamie has been lights out. Like, he's been amazing. And Kawhi's been Kawhi.
Honestly, if we hit a couple more threes early.
If we hit more open threes in Game 5, we win that game.
Holy.
Danny Green was off, too.
If we shoot better from the three-point line,
we're laughing.
We're going to win.
Not even by much, like 5%.
If we have a game where we get hot from beyond the arc, we're going to win.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I mean, because we've kept it close, and we haven't shot great, and we've kept it close because our defense has been so good.
Yeah.
If we can get a game where we shoot good, it's over.
Yep, then I agree. So the NBA Toronto Raptors maybe decide on Thursday. We're hoping here in Canada that it is decided on Thursday at Oracle. 9 o'clock is tip-off. The Game Sports Show will be at, the table. We have a table here at Sportscenter all booked up, along with our baseball team. But I don't think baseball is going to be a thing tomorrow. I think it's going to be canceled. You know what?
Going to be a little bit wet.
I'm not too disappointed because then I don't get to miss any of the Raptors game. So we will be here at Sportscenter if you want to come and sit with us. And the invite's obviously open to everybody.
If you've been down here for a Raptors game,
man, it is the most positive, unbelievable environment. It's
the atmosphere is great. We've been here a couple times for Raptors playoffs games, and
it is just fun.
But I will say,
everyone's cheering. It's awesome.
I got to give promotion to Jurassic Park. I'm not a huge fan of the name, but I get it. It's called Jurassic.
Oh, that was good.
It's Jurassic Park, Sault Ste. Marie, but people are calling it Jurassic. And I don't mind that.
Are they doing it again tomorrow?
They are doing it again for the remainder of the series. Let's hope tomorrow's the last one. They are doing it. So if you don't want to make it over SportsCenter, you want to be involved in that. The Game Sports Show, obviously being partners with Sportscenter Bar and Grill. We're going to be here at SportsCenter, but we have some. I know Justin Heichel was there at Jurassic and Alex Parr of Sioux Online.
No, I saw some pictures. It was a good turnout. That was awesome.
Massive. Yeah. They have it on each side of the tent.
When it got dark and they projected on the screen, that's a great environment.
So much better.
I couldn't make it down there. I had some things going on and with football stuff and doing some game planning for this weekend. So I was on my laptop and watching the game at the same time. But that looked great down there. It was a great atmosphere.
So you can check out there or come to SportsCenter. Even Northern Superior, give them a little love too inside the tap room. There's always good places to watch. And for sure, like I mentioned, we'll have some people representing the game and Sioux Online.
Everybody will be bumping, but I mean,
boost the economy.
Sports Center.
The economy. Get out.
For sure. And the Raptors, 9 o'clock, going to be a huge game, especially if they win. Memorable moment in Canadian sports history. I like that. I tried to make a little rhyme or something there, boys, and I couldn't. I just went with the big, keep it simple.
Everyone remembers where they were when Joe Carter, if you're old enough, hit that home run in '93.
Yeah.
There'll be another one of those moments.
I was 2 years old. I was probably just cheering at the TV.
Not to date you, but I was 1. So.
I was a little bit older. I remember I remember running outside and celebrating outside of my house. It was pretty cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, I like that. Good stories. Now, Jamie,
we're going to wrap up in the pocket.
Yeah, so we did wrap up in the pocket, but I kind of prematurely jumped
in the pocket.
I kind of forgot that Jamie had some news with the NFL. I was just so excited when Gloria came on talking, and then we just jumped into the NBA. So we're gonna bring in a roundtable chat. We're gonna call it, and we're gonna have a one-topic roundtable chat, and that's Jamie Antonello bringing up NFL news. So it's an additional piece to In the Pocket being pieced on here. And
bonus
in the pocket. Jamie, kick us off on a bonus in the pocket.
We're going to NFL overtime, boys. No, I mean, mini camps are rolling right now, but the big news is they announced that the Oakland Raiders will be this year's host for HBO's Hard Knocks.
Must see
Oh,
TV.
there you
We
go.
talked about that I talked about that 2 weeks ago about the top 5 list and how much I really wanted Oakland to be the guy, and I am pumped, man. I am a huge John Gruden fan. Love him. I think he's going to be quality TV.
Wow,
You got
personalities.
Personalities there. AB. Hopefully, it's not kind of what Ocho Cinco was when they did Miami. Hopefully, it's not something similar to that.
No, honestly, I think he's going to say nothing. AB.
He may not. I mean, maybe a PR move.
He's been. Yeah, I think he's.
Think he'll bring back the.
I think he said
mustache?
too much. He's gonna be.
Shut up and go
I just want to hear John Gruden go the KY banana split like Dustin
or
would say.
Spider 2 Y banana.
Spider,
Nice try. Appreciate it.
Yeah, that's the Dustin Grondin version.
Yeah, that's
not safe for work version. Yeah.
No. But I like the Oakland Raiders. Good choice. Soon to be Vegas Raiders.
Soon to be Las Vegas.
Last year.
Stadium is underway.
Yeah, it's going to be open.
It's going to be gorgeous. That field is going to be absolutely. I'm going to call it sexy.
That'll be on the bucket list.
That will definitely. Go watch Vegas. Go nights in Toronto.
Maybe
then
we'll do a live show.
Go see Millsy play.
Vegas.
We'll get the media card.
Go see Millsy play for Vegas, and then
unless he gets traded to Toronto this year.
no.
Spoiler alert! I don't know. Maybe when we have Millsy on in July, a little teaser there, as we're going to be announcing guests tomorrow on Thursday. I have a lot of guests lined up this summer. That's what I kind of did on vacation, was kind of align some guests. As Jamie handles the guests on this Wednesday show, I handle the guests on the Thursday/Monday/Sioux Online show. We're talking the pocket. Jamie does all that. Now, NBA draft is around the corner soon, but we'll save that for next week. We're talking NBA draft, and then we're going to recap the NBA Finals next week as well. So, fellas, that's going to wrap up tonight's show. Before I get into some more things this week and going into next week, I'm going to sign you guys off. Jamie, thanks, as always. We will see you next week. And as well, thanks for taking over again for the past month or so while I was on a hiatus.
No worries, buddy. I mean, didn't want to be doing it long term, not going to lie. It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do it every week. I applaud you.
I love it.
But I just want to take a second. I mean, we got to talk about the sound quality this week, boys.
Oh, I just can't shut up, though. That I can't talk. Sorry, I need to say
mention it in
that
the comments. Let's hear the feedback here.
Let's go.
Yeah, you know what? This is okay. Like you said, I need to put these on while I sleep and just talk. Because yes, obviously I love the sound of my own voice because I talk more.
We're well aware.
You know,
also
but
our listeners know.
Can we get these plugged in to satellite waves where you guys are at home? We can all just talk to each other until we
I do not want to see your power bill.
It's not mine. It's my parents. I'm back at home. I'll be honest. I'm back at home, so that's their power bill. Oh, I'll definitely get my dad will throw me the power bill and be like, you're paying this portion 100%. So, yes, listeners, I'm back home now. Spoiler alert, saving money. I'll leave that chirping at that leave. Please be friendly with the chirps below if you want to chirp. But the sound quality, fantastic.
Top notch.
And I want to say thank you to you, Jamie. You got the mixer. You got in the audio technicals, mics. I paid you off. Justin and Matt have not yet.
Whoa. I didn't even know the bill was due.
But,
threw him under the bus hard.
But I'm calling out Justin, But it's okay. Dane Hancho still has and Dane Hancho.
Oh yeah,
has
we're watching the St. Louis Blues celebration here.
Yeah,
sorry.
Dane Hancho. Lila Anderson is on the ice with St. Louis Blues. Love seeing that. But Dane still hasn't paid me the $275 he's owed me for the last month and a half. The guy makes that in 3 seconds, blowing out fires. And I don't care where you are in the world, you're always on PS4 somewhere.
Apparently on fires? What is he, the big bad wolf?
Yeah, apparently, I saw him yesterday on PS4 online. He said he hasn't been home. So unless someone's playing his PS4 in Red Lake, I don't get it. Dane, I don't know what he's doing. He was playing some nonsense, but you got to send me that money, Dane. I'm broke. Jesus. Not really. But yeah, I want my money. I want my money. Stewie says, where's my money? Where's my money?
My money.
That's it. But Dave McCaig, Jamie Antonello, thanks. Matt, I got to go over to you. I haven't said thank you to you yet for coming by.
Hey, glad to be back. We're high tech now. We're going to be headsets on TV. We're taking off. This thing's taking off.
I don't know being on TV.
This thing is taking off.
It's big. As Matt just mentioned, we're going to be Sioux Online on ONN TV. As I will give a reminder, Tuesdays 6 to 6:30 or 6 to 7.
I'm gonna have to get a makeup girl or something. I don't know.
Oh, we actually do have some stuff. We got. It's. We're going to be actually having microphones, and we're going to have these headsets on. We're already on the Monday show.
She's going to be working overtime.
Wednesday, Thursday shows.
She's not going to get paid enough.
No. And the Thursday
already.
The Thursday shows outside at the the pier is going to be, that's why these are big for these headsets too that we finally have acquired, especially with the guests in the field, the pier, and everybody on the cusp of the hub trail.
We're gonna have
great plans for listeners.
Tent tomorrow. But
I think so. We're not outside tomorrow though. No, that's good. We are outside starting next week.
Yeah.
We already know it's going to be absolutely awful weather. Myself, Justin, and Jamie will be there at 6 p.m. tomorrow. We're going to do 6 till 7
all day.
And I know that baseball is going to be canceled because after that I'm going to go home, get prepped to get absolutely properly behaved at Sportscenter Bar and Grill. At Sportscenter Bar and Grill. I work Friday. Hopefully my bosses aren't listening. They probably aren't, but that's fine. I think that's an excuse. But we're definitely looking forward to the listeners being able to have a better listening experience with the Game Sports Show, the Twin Cities' only local, regional, and national sports show on television, radio, and the amount of guests we have going on, the media plans we have going on into later this year. There's a lot of growth going on, and the enhancements that we plan on doing with the curriculums. I'm just going to leave it at that. So keep listening, keep following, and always support local, especially down here at Sportscenter. I want to thank Tiana and the beautiful Alicia White.
Easy, bud. Look at that reaction time. Now that we got headsets, just boom.
Wow. Just boom. Now you don't have to pass it over. I love it. From a phone to a microphone to headsets. Started from the bottom, now we're here. All
right.
There it is. That fits.
Raps and 6.
Raps and 6. Raps and 6.
Go Blues.
I'd like that.
And 6.
And as I now to go to the closing part, so thanks again to Jamie and Matt. And, of course, to Scott Nason. You blew it, Dave. I didn't mention Scott Nason at the beginning of the show.
You didn't?
I'm getting bombarded. I didn't from producer Ghost.
You're overwhelmed tonight.
Yeah, I didn't mention that Scott Nason was our board operator as always tonight. And Scott, I'm so sorry. You're the heartbeat of the show. You know I love you. I apologize. But thanks to Scott Nason and also to Katie Wolin and Eagle 95.1 station for all the editing that they do to make myself, Matt, and Jamie and guests sound more beautiful.
Absolutely.
Like that. Definitely what they do is fantastic. So coming up tomorrow, as I mentioned, Jamie, myself, and Justin are at Northern Superior. Next week, we will have a show Monday from the Wicked Sister and on Eagle 95.1, usual time, 6 to 8. And then the debut show on Sioux Online at 6 o'clock. Myself, Craig Hartsburg, Brendan Brooks, Alex Parr, who's a newcomer on the show as well, and connected with Sioux Online, Jamie Antonello, hopefully Matt Premo. Holy crapola.
I got to get my hair cut, I think.
Holy Saginaw, Michigan. We got lots going on.
Got to go to the bottom.
In a half-hour show, we got lots to cram in there. Might have to be a special hour edition for the first show. We'll let listeners know how that goes. That's next week on Tuesday's our debut. And then the media announcement should be official tomorrow. We're going to get an online posting, so make sure we post it on our Facebook page and Instagram page as well. Then Wednesday, Thursday from Sportscenter and Northern, respectively, next week as well. So I want to thank you again to the listeners for taking time out of their night to listen to myself, Jamie, Matt, and our guests because, I think we're enjoyable to listen to. Don't you guys think?
We sound way better now.
Oh, I think so. Now you just look so cool. I like that. We just look. Now people are walking by. I got to say before I sign off, I know I already signed you two off, so this seems completely disorganized. But did you see, I think it was Brandon or Chris. I want to say thanks to Brandon and Chris as well. There's another You Blew moment for coming by. But a friend of Brandon's, I believe, grabbed his back and tried to pull off the headset. People have
move, by the way.
Listen, if someone has headsets on and they're talking,
it's not for
I'm
fun.
going to say this, screw off. Like, fuck off. Just let us talk. Like, we love the listener support and all that, but if you hear us talking, we got to give you we got to provide the entertainment. We're not just talking to thin air here, okay? We're not talking to each other. We're not a bunch of schoolgirls texting each other 3 feet away from each other.
And Although you did talk about doing that at home later.
Yes.
Putting the headset on.
Yeah, I did say that.
Yeah, I learned a lesson early on, too. Don't drink your Caesar while on air.
Yes, you had that. Hilarious. Yeah, I like that.
For listeners, that slurp was me. The Caesar was delicious, by the way, but I'm not used to being on air the entire time. Usually I'm able to enjoy some pizza, some beer, and some drinks.
Pizza that just got brought to us, by the way, a little late tonight.
Yeah. While Dave is talking, so I'm not used to when Dave is talking, then I have to be aware of what I'm doing. So lesson learned.
I had to muffle my laugh pretty quick.
Lesson learned.
Like that. So, listeners, thanks again on behalf of everybody here on the Game Sports Show and our expanded staff as announced today with the additions of Brandon Brooks, the official announcement with Casuals. Well, Craig Hartsburg's been around. Huge as ads. Well, Alex Parr with Sioux Online being added. Just the Sioux Online team. Oh my God, it's getting huge. And I and we, everything. There's no. I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't be able to do it without you guys, and especially with Scott Nason, the heart of the show, in my opinion, and the heartbeat of the show, the listeners. The heart is Scott, the beat is the listeners. There we go.
I like it.
There we go. Sign off until tomorrow night, listeners. Keep your stick on the ice. God, this feels good. Swing your bat, catch your touchdown, drain your threes, and shoot your shots. Booyah.
You can follow The Game Sports Show on Facebook and Instagram at The Game Sports Show.